Good afternoon. I'm Scott Hatton, principal of Floyd Central High School, and welcome to our 58th annual commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. As we begin this dignified ceremony, I ask that you please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. Thank you. On the platform this afternoon are a number of distinguished guests, including members of our administrative team, members of our Board of School Trustees, and the Superintendent of the New Albany-Floyd County School District. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Audience members, I ask that you hold your applause until all are recognized. On the stage, we have Mrs. Melanie Stumler-Northup, board member, Mr. Thad Nafis, board member, Mrs. Elizabeth Galligan, board member, Mrs. Connie Ball, board member, Mrs. Ann Carruthers, secretary, Ms. Leanne Weishart, vice president, Mrs. Rebecca Gardenauer, president, Mrs. Larissa Yerke, student assessment and high ability coordinator, Mrs. Amy Cook, assistant superintendent of secondary education, Dr. Travis Madison, superintendent of schools, Dr. Al Eckert, assistant principal, Mrs. Karen Estes, assistant principal, Mrs. Kelly Payne, assistant principal, and Mr. Jeff Sequeira, assistant principal, athletic director, which is he's located in the back of the gymnasium. I'd like to publicly thank them for their leadership, their dedication to the success of our students and staff. It is an honor and a privilege to work alongside such talented, determined, and dedicated individuals, and I'm glad that they're on our team. Special thank you also goes out to our counselors. Many of them are scattered throughout, but Mr. Mark Clark, Mrs. Chelsea Davis, Ms. Savannah Goss, Mrs. Jessica Simler, Mrs. Christina Mayfield, special education facilitator. And also I want to thank Mr. Tim Dench and the WNAS staff for streaming today's events, which can be viewed again on our YouTube channel. And a special thanks as well to the NJROTC cadets under the leadership of Chief Warrant Officer Mike Epperson and Master Gunnery Sergeant Lynn Ackerman for their support during this ceremony. And most of all, I'd like to thank our administrative assistant, Mrs. Christy Jacobs, who has worked tirelessly months ahead of time and many hours outside the workday and work week to make this ceremony memorable for all of us. I'm grateful for her dedication to ensure that this event runs as well as it does. If you would, give them all a round of applause. To those aforementioned names, I would like to also add 140 professional and support staff members who have worked diligently for the success of our class and this school at large. Without them, our success at Floyd Central would not be possible. And also to our parents, relatives, and friends of the graduates here today for their support, compassion, and the love that you've given our graduates. One of the greatest strengths of Floyd Central is our family support, and we certainly see that here today. Graduates, if you would, let's also give our family a welcome to this, and a big thank you. And now I ask that each of us rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as I invite senior Caitlin Murphy to the podium to sing the national anthem. Caitlin will be attending Ball State University to study music education.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. What an amazing voice. At this time, I invite the Floyd Central A Cappella Choir, under the direction of Mrs. Angela Hampton, to perform two selections. The first is From Now On, arranged by Roger Emerson. The second piece is The Irish Blessing. This is a cherished tradition that has closed every a cappella performance at Floyd Central since the school opened 58 years ago.
Celebrate with kings and queens, the politicians praise my name. But those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years, I chased their cheers, a crazy speed of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by
I could listen to our choir all day long. Same way with our orchestra, just love to hear them. I do want to thank our a cappella choir and our outstanding orchestra that we have, and extend my sincere gratitude to Mrs. Hampton and Mr. Elmore, whose music programs both earned top 10 placement at this year's ISMA state finals. This is my last opportunity to speak to this group of distinguished students here, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. Today is a celebration, a moment of honor, a turning point. And as I look at this graduating class, I can't help but feel incredibly proud of who you are now, and excited for who you're becoming. Each of you took a different path to this point. Think about it. No one had the exact same class schedule as you. No one walked exactly in your shoes, sat in your desks, or stood in your place. You made your own way. The clubs that you joined, the teams that you played for, the friends that you made, the obstacles that you overcame, each of you has walked a path that is entirely your own. And now, as you step out from these halls, you will continue on this unique path. And here's something I can promise you. You won't always know where that path is going to lead you. That might sound unsettling, but it's actually one of the most exciting things about life. Sure, you need a plan, you need goals, you need to think about what comes next, but graduates, don't be afraid when that plan changes, because it will change. There will be twists and turns, moments when the road shifts beneath your feet, and you'll have to pivot. So be flexible, stay open. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Embrace it, lean into it, because there's real excitement in the unexpected. You can either be afraid of what's next, or you can choose to be excited. I suggest choosing excitement. It's a much better ride. And let's be honest, you're going to struggle. You'll move out and you'll face things that sound simple now, like learning to feed yourself and figuring out how to do laundry without messing up your favorite shirt. There'll be late nights, early mornings, and moments when you wonder if you're doing anything right. Welcome to the struggle. Lean into it. Because those moments, those messy moments, frustrating, confusing moments, they're going to shape you. You can dread them, or you can see them for what they are, the chance to grow, the chance to build character, the chance to write a story worth telling. It's in those hard times that you learn the most about yourself, so don't run from them, and whatever you do, don't quit, don't give up, don't ever, ever give up. I believe with all my heart that Floyd Central has prepared you for anything that the world will throw at you. You've learned to think critically, you've learned to collaborate, to communicate, to care, and you are ready. So graduates, go out there, be bold, be kind, take the path that's yours, and when it gets tough, and it will get tough, remember that you've already come so far, and you're just getting started. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so very proud of you. Now, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. William Trask, the Vice President of the class, to the podium for a welcome on behalf of the senior class.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of people. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. To the families, faculty, and staff, friends, and the incredible Floyd Central class of 2025. Thank you for being here. Today is a day we've imagined for years. And now that it's here, it feels a little unreal. So whether you're packed into these bleachers, tuning in from a live streamer, sitting on those god-awful folding chairs, welcome. We made it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Will Trask, Vice President of the Floyd Central class of 2025. And for those of you who do know me, you know that I might have the worst case of senioritis Floyd Central has ever seen. In fact, I finished this speech yesterday, so if it sounds like a late-night existential crisis, that's because it kind of was. But maybe that's fitting, because today is kind of existential, isn't it? We're standing on this strange edge, part goodbye, part new beginnings. And I think that's worth sitting with for a second, because after today, everything changes. The group chats go quiet, the parking lot gets empty, the bell schedule that ruled our lives disappears, and we all begin writing something new. But before that happens, I want to take a moment and say thank you to every teacher who stayed late to answer questions we should have asked 3 days earlier, to every coach who pushed us further than we thought we could go, to the custodians and counselors and classroom aides who kept the wheels turning when no one else was watching. And most of all, to the parents, grandparents, siblings, and guardians who loved us through it all. Now, if you'll let me be selfish for just a moment, there's one person I need to thank from the bottom of my heart, my mom. Mom, you've poured okay, all right, we can wait. That's cool too. Mom, you've poured every ounce of effort you could into raising me, supporting me in my goals, and modeling how to be the best person that I could be. As I'm sure a lot of the mothers in the room know, it takes a lot of strength and patience to raise a teenager. And Mom, you've taught me so much just by being the wonderful person that you are. Even though we get into little arguments here and there isn't a moment in time where you aren't the person I look up to the most. I love you, Mom, and thank you for being my hero. It's moments like these, when we look back on who's been there for us, who shaped us, that remind us what really matters in life. I was thinking about a speech topic and realized that as an 18-year-old in a room full of college degrees and my peers, I don't really have a lot to teach you. It's not like I'm older than most of you, or smarter, or have more life experience than you all. So I thought maybe we should talk about something that all of us tend to struggle with, what really matters in life. A few weeks ago, I came across a thought experiment online. Let's do it together. So by a show of hands, if someone offered you $20 million, but tomorrow you would wake up as an 85-year-old, how many of you would take it? All right, we got a few hands. All right. So how about $50 million? It's a lot of money. One person, Kathleen. All right, cool. Almost no one would though, right? Because even if we don't say it out loud, we know the truth. Time is more valuable than money or achievements. Time is life. And yet, we forget that all the time. We chase titles, GPAs, scholarships, promotions. I did it. I skipped dinners with my family. I missed hangouts with my friends. And I was left out of memories with the people I love so that I could try and be impressive on paper, so that a college I might not even attend could maybe say yes. And maybe a lot of you have done the same thing. You've missed time with your partner, families, and kids due to work. I'm not saying I regret working hard. I mean, ambition is crucial. It's what got us here. But I do regret what I sometimes missed in the process. This year, especially, that question hit different. Many of us were shaken by the sudden loss of Noah Maddox, a student in our school, a part of this community. Though he wasn't in our class, his passing was a heavy, heartbreaking reminder that none of this is promised, that it can all change in a moment. And when it does, what we remember most isn't what someone achieved. It's who they were and how they made us feel, how they made our time better. Moments like that force us to stop, to breathe, and to remember what happens most. Because here's the truth. Some people who cheered for us today won't be here to cheer us on forever. We don't even know if everyone is going to be here tomorrow. And some of the people that have been with us for the whole ride, our best friends, parents, siblings, this may very well be the last summer that we get to spend as much time with them as we want to. So, when it's all said and done, the last person moved into college, the last tearful goodbye, the last Snapchat group gone silent, the only thing we'll have left is the time we spent. So don't wait. Don't wait to say the thing you mean. Don't wait to forgive, to ask for help, to make up after a fight, to speak, to show up, to ask that person out, to love. Look your parents in the eye and tell them you're thankful for them. Hug your friends so tight they complain about it. Say, I love you before you're ready. Because a good life isn't made of perfect choices and achievements. A good life is made of memories, relationships, and love. So wherever you go after this, college, a job, a gap year, the unknown, ask yourself again and again, how am I spending my time? If the answer is something that's worth $20 million, you're doing just fine. Congratulations, Floyd Central Class of 2025. I'm so proud to be one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Will, for your remarks. Up next, we're going to hear from our final speaker, Ryan Cochran, president of the senior class, who will now share his reflections.
This is it. The moment so many of us have been waiting for, especially since the beginning of this year. I'm beyond excited to welcome you all but especially the Floyd Central class of 2025. But before we look ahead, I want to recognize those who could only be here today in spirit. Loved ones, parents, grandparents. Let's have a brief moment of silence for their impact, their presence, and the place they'll always hold in our hearts. In moments like these, we're reminded just how precious this journey is and how lucky we are to walk it together. Thank you to all of those who have been there in the hard times. Thank you to the friends who have picked us up, to the counselors who have supported us, to the teachers who have stood by us with patience and care, and the coaches who believed in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. Most importantly, thank you to the people who are there every single day, our family. Mom, Dad, thank you, truly, for everything. My sister, thank you. I've looked up to you more than you probably expected, and definitely more than I'll ever admit again. We couldn't get here alone, and we certainly couldn't have done it with the people who lift us up, our family. Now, if you know me, you know I ask a lot of questions, enough that some of my teachers probably considered filing a noise complaint. But hey, curiosity got us here, right? So let me just ask a few more. Where did the time go? How much can a few years in high school really change us? And how did we even get here? Well, freshman year, we walked in the building with schedules in hand and lost looks on our faces. We navigated the spine, stumbled through new hallways, showed off shiny new water bottles and brand new binders. With baby smooth faces and squeaky voices, we were proudly banished to the freshman section at football games and dropped off in the dreaded car rider line. Sophomore and junior year, things started to shift. Some of us started driving ourselves to school, parking passes swinging from our mirrors. We started trying new things, new clubs, new sports, new classes. Slowly but surely, we began to find our passions. And now here we are, senior year, no more baby faces. Our water bottles are dented. Our binders are bursting, if some of you haven't thrown them away already. And our voices have finally caught up with us. We've grown more confident in how we speak, how we dress, and how we show up for each other. Some of us even found someone we didn't expect to. Someone who became part of our favorite memories, our biggest support system, our reason to smile through it all, and ultimately, someone to walk the path. This year, we found our place, but more importantly, we found our people, the ones who will have our backs long after the ceremony ends. So many stories written, and even though we're all different, we share one thing in common. We all started writing our stories here in the halls of Floyd Central High School. And in just a few minutes, we'll walk out in the spine again, just as we did 4 years ago, and just as we have every weekday since. After the hugs, fist bumps, and a whole lot of pictures, we'll walk out those doors ready to begin brand new chapters. But as we close this chapter, I want to end where I began, with gratitude. My family has a saying that I've known for almost my whole life. We stand on the shoulders of giants. And today, we stand tall because of the people who came before us, believed in us, and helped us become who we are. That's my mom. If you're a parent or guardian who stayed up late helping with homework, calming nerves before tests, or simply showing up when we needed it the most, please rise and remain standing. Come on up. Don't be nervous. If you're a teacher or who went the extra mile, stayed patient through questions, lots of them, and inspired us to think deeper, please rise. If you're a coach who pushed us to do one more rep, one more lap, or believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves, please rise. If you're a counselor, mentor, or staff member who who made us feel seen, heard, and supported. Please rise. And finally, if you're a part of this community that lifted us, whether you know it or not, and I'm pretty sure that's almost all of you in the audience here today, please rise. Because all of you are a part of this moment too. As we head off into the world to new campuses, new cities, new jobs, my challenge to each of you is this. Wherever you go, keep searching. Keep finding your place, even when it feels unfamiliar. Keep chasing your passions, even when they feel out of reach. And most importantly, keep building your people, the ones who ground you, push you, love you, and clearly stand up for you. We found those things here at Floyd Central, and now it's our turn to go out to the world again, in bigger places with bolder dreams. Congratulations, Floyd Central, class of 2025.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Will. Outstanding job, both of you. Before we continue, let me just say this. If we took the time to list every accomplishment of this senior class, we'd be here for a few more hours. And let's be honest, after sitting in those bleachers so long, I don't think any of us would be walking out of here. So in order to save your backs, here's what we're going to do. We're going to recognize just a few of those accomplishments. Students that are graduating with special honors are noted in your program, but we're going to take a moment to recognize a few of them. As I call out each honor, I'll ask those students to please stand and be recognized. Will all students who are receiving an academic honors diploma please stand? Will all students that are receiving a technical honors diploma please stand? Will all students who have earned an AP capstone diploma please stand? Will all students who have enlisted in the United States military please stand? Will all students who are Indiana College Corps recipients please stand? ICC. Will all students who have earned an associate's degree please stand? That means they've earned a 2-year college degree already getting out of high school. That's incredible. Now, will all students graduating cum laude with a GPA of 4.0 and above and a Core 40 diploma please stand? Will all students graduating magna cum laude with a GPA of 4.0 to 4.74 and an honors diploma please stand? And finally, will all students graduating summa cum laude with a GPA of 4.75 or higher and an honors diploma please stand? I was trying to make a joke earlier, but really, I was serious. We could go on and on and on if we list every accomplishment of this senior class. Graduating from high school is a significant milestone for students and their families, and it marks a very important rite of passage from adolescence to adulthood. Today, we gather to honor this tradition and celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women and the families who have supported them along the way. To preserve the dignity of this moment, we ask that you please refrain from loud responses when names are announced. While we understand the joy and the pride that you feel, such outbursts may prevent others from hearing the name of their graduate. So let's keep the focus where it belongs on each individual graduate. Please hold all spirited celebrations until every graduate has finally crossed the stage. Dr. Madison, by the authority vested in me as principal of Floyd Central High School, it is my distinct honor to present to you the 58th graduating class of Floyd Central, the class of 2025. The academic records have been reviewed, and diplomas will be awarded to those students who have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Indiana State Board of Education and the New Albany-Floyd County Board of School Trustees. It is therefore my recommendation that you, as superintendent of the New Albany-Floyd County Consolidated School Corporation, confer diplomas upon the members of the class of 2025 who have fulfilled all requirements. And as principal and on behalf of the entire Floyd Central community, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to each and every graduate.
Riley Brooke Abersall. Deanna Alexis Aiken. Javier Timoteo Diaz Acut. Tala Almatasib. Christian Arturo Alarcon. Gavin Marcus Alexander. Aiden Michael Allen. Kaylee Lane Allen Duncan. Claire Marie Alley. Anna Catalina Anderson. Joshua Barrett Anderson. Annalise Marie Askren. Aiden Jace Etzinger. Jane Ashlyn Osmus. Julia Joelle Ayers. Aiden Robert Ayers. Nicholas Diesel Jean Bond. Grant Harrison Baker. Lily Brooke Baker. Jackson Christopher Bain. Christopher Ethan Floyd Barger. Ava Grace Bartley. Aiden Isaias Bates. Braden Daniel Bates. Autumn Marie Baumgardner Rogers. Samira Corrine Beam. Abigail Samantha Berger. Sophie Elizabeth Belson. Rowan D. Butt. Preston Allen Bickle. Samantha Nicole Blank. Joseph William Blevins. Aubriana Lynn Blevins. Nolan Charles Bobbitt. Evan Michael Baumker. Roman Andrew Boger. Carter W. Bowling. Adam Christopher Braid. Alexandria Elise Braun. Lindley Elizabeth Braun. Connor Jack Bretthauer. Brooke Lynn Bryant. Olivia Ray Bryant. Shelby Jane Bryson Gonzalez. Silas Michael Burden. Carter Braden Bush. Kylie Josephine Bush. Griffin Thomas Bird. Caden Charles Cadle. Harrison Baker Cardwell. Roman Isaiah Carter. Owen Benjamin Cassidy. Sophia Jane Caudell. Heidi Chen Chang. Brady Chen. Luca Joseph Serencion. Leah Marie Clark. Caleb Allen Clemens. Lacey Ewa Cobb. Grayson Dage Coble. Ryan Patrick Cochran. Michael Coddington. Shaylee Ann Coffey. Ian Coleman. Emma Lynn Colligan. Travis Dwight Combs. Nolan Anthony Connor. Madeline Renee Connor. Brock Emil Conrad. Chloe Lane Cook. Dylan Robert Michael Cooper. Memphis W. Cooper. Emma Ray Cox. Lydia Tuha Cravens. Addison Monroe Criswell. William Owen Croft. Jacob Nolan Cromwell. Brody Elijah Crump. Nevaeh Renee Cruz. Madeline Noel Cummins. Grant Parker Daly. Alexis Paige Daniel. Garth Lynn William Davenport. Anna Rose Davidson. Elias John DeJesus. Rowan Jade Deming. Layla Pauline Denson. Julia Higgins de Rosette. Pierce Elizabeth Darrington. Timothy Joseph Despain. Keegan Noel DeWeese. Emerson Ann Dixon. Riley Matthew Doddridge. Cameron Dean Dospedal. Phineas Bartholomew Grant Douglas. James Wayne Doyle Nance. Noah Everett Droddy. Allison Grace Duckworth. Eva Grace Duncan. Peyton Lee Durham. Haley Grace Eads. Maxwell Joseph Eberly. Olivia Diane Ebelsizer. Bailey LeRae Ellers. Alex James Eichenberger. Matthew David Eichenberger. Aubrey Kathleen Elliott. Bennett James Elmer. Gabriel Claude Eslager. Kian James Emerson. Autumn Nicole Euchre. Hayden Renee Everard. Riley Edward Fessel. Ava Mackenzie Finn. Brianna Renee Fisher. Lindsay Elise Fisher. Lucas Ryan Fisher. Andrew Peyton Fitzgerald. Bria Aline Fitzgerald. Precious Joy Flan. Alexis Paige Florence. Michael Francis Fogel. Carly Elizabeth Fonda. Drake Mitchell Forish. Samuel Joseph Franks. Morgan Elena Fraley. Kelsey Marie Futter. Mara Louise Garrett. Arden Garvis. Ariana Kate Gary. Xander Lennon Gaylord. Joshua John Geiger. Spencer Garrity. Christian Stanton Gernard. Christian Stanton Gernan. Josephine Lauren Gibson. Nora Lynn Gibson. Elise Joelle Gilbert. Catherine Grace Gilbert. Paige Marie Giovenco. Joseph Andrew Glotzbach. Jackson Ray Grady. Gavin Lewis Grader. Ryan Cooper Green. Sawyer Thomas Griggs.
Atlas Haflet. Jasper Randall Hagedorn. Isabel Reese Henke. Charles William Allen Hardin. Jacob Ryan Hardin. Savannah Lee Harper. Kenneth Tyler Harris. Camden Lee Harrett. Maxwell David Hassenauer. Mackenzie Joe Lee Hatfield. Logan Christopher Haug. Ava Noel House. Haley Jade Hazley. Elliot Thomas Hedgespeth. John Caden Henretti. Meredith Ann Hensley. Donna Joe Hickey. Jerry Samuel Higgins. Lincoln Arthur Hill. Ethan Rowan Hiltz. Connor Charles Himmel. Mason Black Hinkle. Emma Kaylin Hawkinsmith. Amelia Annette Hodnett. Jackson Corey Hain. Isabella Grace Hoffman. Caleb Joseph Holton. Robert Christopher Holtzman. Landon Michael Horvath. Christian Mark Hoddle. Landon Barkley Hurrigan. Joseph Brock Howell. Roman Scott Howland. Maxwell Warren Hubbard. Hayden Lee Huber. Jackson Lee Hubler. Nicholas Alexander Hunt. Avery Elizabeth Hurst. Autumn Marie Huth. Kimber Allie Hutton. Sydney New Hin. Enrique Ibarra. Gianna Andrea Ivers. Brady Maxwell Jackson. Cade Jason Jackson. Ross Baker Jackson. Carter Robert Jacoby. Wade Peyton Jacoby. Knox Ella Marie Jenkins. Emma Janes Jenkins. Lindley Marie Yerke. Jace Matthew Johnson. Carly Jade Johnson. Kaylee Brooke Johnson. Jacoby Caleb Jones. Jason Rashad Jones. Keith Craner Jones. Mia Lee Jones. Isaac Matthew Kaiser. Ollie Kaiser. Gabriel Quinn Camel. Wyatt Edward Keenan. Kennedy Jean Kelly. Garver McCoy Kelly. Anna Caroline Kempf. Emma Louise Kennedy. Bryce Kirby Kernan. Preston Michael Kernan. Vincent Wayne Kessinger. Riley Hazel Ketterer. Aaliyah Rubina Kawaja. Brandon Jean Kirby. Kirk Jean Kling. Aiden Charles Klingsmith. Noah Allen Cutter. Catherine Grace Kraft. Carter Peyton Kramer. Elijah Matthew Kramer. Ava Marielle Kreutzer. Jacob Theodore Kruer. Peyton Dale Kruer. Benjamin Ryan Lake. Catherine Rebecca Langdon. Isabella Alexandra Lanham. Josie Ann Lanham. Macy Louise Laritz. Shayla Mackenzie Lawlin. Ethan Donald Lelu. Peyton Leake. Luke Noel Leathers. Elizabeth Dina LeBeau. Brooke Mackenzie Lee. Anna Rose Lyricos. Avery Grace Lewis. Jewel Ann Lewis. Sierra Ivy Lewis Townsend. Hayden Maverick Libbs. Aubrey Caroline Blance Liebert. Evan Lynn. Evan Richard Loftus. Cooper Stanley Lopp. Hayden James Love. Carson Russell Lloyd. Robert Lesh. Carrie Lynn Mabin. Callie Rue MacArthur. Ashton Joseph McGuire. Braden Charles McGuire. Cohen Chase Malik. Madison Nicole Marco. Isabella Maria Marks. Danielle Lee Mason. Mariana Maury Ordaz. Colby Daniel Mayer. Catherine English McAllister. Ava Nicole McCullough. Noel, sorry. Peyton Emery McDowell. Jeremiah C. McFarland. Maya Renee McFeeters. Michael Kelly McGeehee. Sean Levi McGee. Abigail Lynn McKim. Kenzig Brianne McKinley. Keena Marie McKinley. Autumn Page McLaughlin. Christian Edward McQuigg. Eli Jaden Meese. Kathleen Lindsay Mayer. Nolan Robert Meland. Bethany Jean Meredith. Emma Caroline Meredith. Blaine Andrew Metz. Taylor Marie Middleton. Sierra Ann Midkiff. Colby Marie Miller. Hannah Ray Miller. Hayden Woods Miller. Jalen Marie Miller. Molly Ann Miller. Samara Ann Miller. Hannah Marie Minsterketter. Tyler Ray Mitchell. Annalise Lucian Moore. Xander Joseph Morgan. Trent Thomas Mulhall. Isaac Calvin Mullins. Breck Allen Muncy. Caitlin Michelle Murphy. Elliot Joseph Nannon. Aiden Thomas Neighbors. Noah Daniel Nifong. Braden Allen Noble. Ryan Christopher Northcutt.
Olivia Paige O'Hare Deersing. Julianne Jones Offit. Jennifer Murray Osborne. Caden Reese Owen. Ryan Thomas Panazzo. Lauren Faith Pappas. Lillian Eve Stockton Paris. Zoe Olivia Gale Patterson. Madison Leanne Polly. Spirit Phoenix Payton. David Dwayne Pennington. Peyton Connor Perez. Hope Amelie Periago. Andrew Frederick Perkis. Olivia Faith Perkis. Cassius Ray Perry. Ava Lee Pfaffenberger. LeBlanc Riziki Fawn. Aubrey Murray Pierce. Ethan Michael Pinkston. Luke Robert Piper. Dane Ross Pop. Maxwell Dennis Poulter. Mason Powell. Rocky Dean Powell. Leighton Matthew Proctor. McKenna Renee Pruitt. Jace Thomas Pruitt. Ethan Alexander Radcliffe. Carson Scott Ragland. Jaden Renee Ramsey. Tyler Lee Redden. Alexis Marie Riley. Colin Lane Rimmer. Elizabeth Ann Robeloff. Evelyn Rodriguez Vera. Zane Jacob Roman. Cecilia Bernadette Romans. Grayson Thomas Romney. Lucas Dean Reagan. Emma Lynn Rose. Gavin Nathaniel Rose. Sophia Elizabeth Kahili Lalani Ono Hi Nohi Ula Rostron. Addison Jane Rutan. Sadie Jane Rowan. Carrie Claire Rudy. Elizabeth K. Sammons. Kevin Sanchez. Daniel Alberto Sanchez Hunt. Kirsten Lindsay Sanford. Heidi Marie Sarpis. Landon Shamel. Ryder Aiden Shell. Andrew Joseph Schillmiller. Blake William Schmidt. Addison Lee Schneider. Nathan Alexander Showman. Claire May Schuler. Ethan Grant Scott. Grant Edward Selking. Olivia Ann Suling. Ash Sexton. William Adam Seymour. Livia Louise Shade. Tyler Matthew Sharp. Hikari Ray Shiga. Amos John Schonkweiler. Selena Esperanza Signs. Avery Corinne Sleva. Brett Douglas Smith. Damon James Smith. Nevaeh Ann Smith. Stephanie Ann Smith. Zoe Page Smith. Avery Ruth Sorrells. Lily Ann Sorrells. Joseph Evan Spalding. Caleb Tate Sparrow. John Michael Spengler. Molly Jolie Spine. Molly Harrison Spitznagel. Benjamin Kyle Sprigler. Tara Grace Srinivasan. Dalton Michael Stevens. Maxwell Scott Stepney. Aaron Michael Stepp. Kylie Nicole Stewart. McKenna Nicole Wright Stewart. Evelyn Rochelle Strong. Brody Graham Stroud. Mason Alexander Stroud. Halen Olivia Tanner. Noah Gage Tanner. Malachi Eric Temple. Lexi Ray Tetrick. Benjamin Brian Thomas. Lucas Avery Wayne Thomas. Ashton Joy Timberlake. Blake Douglas Townsend. William Maxwell Trask. Haley Nicole Travis. Carly Grace Van Winkle. Xavier Alexander Varner. Nolan Spencer Vaught. Ella Beck Vincent. Abby Lee Vitito. Lucas James Powell Walden. Killian Edward Wallace. Nathan Alexander Paul Waston. Kaylee Elizabeth Walter. Alicia Rose Stewart. Andrea Nicole Ward. Megan Louise Waters. Carson Scott Watkins. Riley Shane Watt. Whitney K. Wells. Carter Joseph Wheatley. Logan Zachary Whalen. Jonathan David Whitworth. Cohen Lane Wild. AJ Wilhoit. Carson Jonah Williams. Christian Troy Willis. Dakota Allen Wilson. Jonah Nathan Wendell. Anna Grace Wood. Claire Evelyn Wolford. Jackson Robert Woughton. Cooper Donnelly Wolkoff. Reese Charlene Wolkoff. Fiona Renee Yankowie. Jaron Wesley Yankowie. Jackson Ray Yeager. Isabella Grace Zender. Zoe Blythe Zell. Jonathan Eli Ziegler. Kennedy Lynn Zippin. William Frederick Zerschmied.
Just a few quick notes before we wrap up. When it's time to leave, which will be very soon, please allow the graduates to exit the auditorium first. Graduates in odd number rows will exit to my left. Even number rows will exit to my right. They'll head out to the spine of the building from there. A quick note for drivers: if you're exiting the east end of the building, that direction, you'll need to turn right. If you're exiting on the west end, you'll turn left. Before we conclude, I'd like to invite Ryan Cochran, president of the class of 2025, to the podium for a special tradition, the passing of the mantle of knowledge and tradition.
On behalf of the senior class of 2025, I hereby challenge the class of 2026 to carry forward the rich traditions of achievement and excellence demonstrated by each graduating class of Floyd Central High School for the past 58 years. With that, I would like to invite Tucker Harris, president of the class of 2026, to the stage to accept the challenge.
As senior class president, I humbly accept this commencement challenge on behalf of the class of 2026 and do pledge our commitment to honor the traditions and standards upheld by the class of 2025 as proud graduates of Floyd Central High School.
I'm out of here. Good job. Okay, graduates, would you please stand? It's now time to move our tassels from the right to the left, indicating that we have graduated. Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2025. You may now toss your caps.
not safe out there. So look out for each other as you take your equipment back. Now, it's better. You'll get out of here on time. Relax. As far as you know, have the seniors asked some of you to take care of getting their instruments back? So no instrument should be left orphaned in this room, right? Okay. You also have to change and turn in your outfits, right? So let's do it in this order.